Alright, hi, welcome to the most nerve-wracking, terrifying video I have ever filmed. I'm semi-freaking out. My entire social media life began a year and a half ago when I started Booktube. It's been a very fun ride. I love it. Booktubing, reading, honestly, that's a good percentage of my life right there. It's what I love, it's what I'm passionate about. But beyond that, even more passion, even more loving, I love to write. I'm just so scared of telling people I love to write. Because when you say, I want to be an author, people are like, what's your book about? And then I have a tiny panic attack every time. Because I got this amazing stuff all in my brain. But then when they ask that question, it just flatlines. Like, it's a bit personal, don't you think? We just met. So, what's the obvious next step for someone like me who's not comfortable talking about her books? Start an Authortube. Logic. 10,000. Honestly, my little reservations about not wanting to really talk about my books comes from just the asinine belief that if I tell you, like, the basic plot, summary, synopsis of what I'm dying to write and get out into the world, I'm gonna be afraid you're gonna, like, hate it immediately. You're gonna spread the rumors that Casey's writing a crappy book. My name's Casey, by the way. Hi. I'm not writing a crappy book. So I'm just afraid of premature judgment. Stuff like that that'll knock me down before I'm even going, before I'm even there yet. But not anymore. No, I am reclaiming the love of my book. Books! I have many things up in here. My pulse is racing. So, let's get into the Authortube Newbie tag. Yo, my name is Casey. Like I said, I've been booktubing for like a year and a half. The books I love to read are YA, thrillers, and fantasy. What I love to write in is YA and fantasy. Like, the idea of writing a thriller one day sounds amazing, but I know I won't be able to pull it off. That's just not how my brain operates. I don't do clues and red herrings. I do like, ooh, dragon over there. That's all I need. Just go play dragon. I'm reading the questions off my phone, and the first one is one I really don't remember. How did you find out about Authortube? I don't even know how I found out about Booktube, to be honest. But with Authortube, I'm a bit sure that I think a lot of people just, like, go on YouTube, go on the Google, and they're just like, hey, how to write a query letter, stuff like that. Hey, how can I reduce my word count? Because that was me. I was definitely looking for that advice. 3 years ago, I think. And the Authortuber I stumbled across, her name was Ellen Brock, I believe. And I think one of the videos I watched, and I'm probably saying the title wrong, but it was like, words to cut out of your book, something like that, because I am a chronic overwriter. Oh my gosh, that's another tale for another day, but it's embarrassing. Like for NaNoWriMo, 50,000 words in a month? Impossible. No, I can't stop when I get going. Then I get stuck in massive edits and stuff like that, so I have to work on getting my word counts down. That's my main struggle, getting rid of words while not ruining the plot and the character development while I'm at it. So that's what I was looking up in Authortube, and that's how I came across it. My favorite videos are still like those top 10 videos. Top 10 words to get rid of in your manuscript. Top 10 ways to make the reader fall in love with your characters. Things like that are in list. I really appreciate them. They really help. Question 2. What genres do you write in? You as in me. I already answered this. I write YA and fantasy. I have one YA project right now and one YA... I already said that. I have one YA... My heart, it doesn't... I can't breathe. I have one YA project right now and I have a fantasy project. The fantasy project is literally just a baby right now. He's a little bouncing baby boy. He was just born. My YA project has been in my head forever. And it's done, but have I mentioned I'm an overwriter? It's in massive edits right now. Don't look at him, he's ugly. Number 3, what is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? Like I said, YA, but you know, I like some adult now and then. You know, getting spicy with it. So my favorite writing tense is past, but I don't have any preference for reading it. But okay, funny story. I used to write, when I was just starting out, I used to write in first person, because pretty sure I was reading Percy Jackson at the time, and that was the way it was written. First person, so that's what I did. But then I got a bit older and I started reading bigger books, and they were all, like, coincidentally all written in third person. And somehow little stupid younger me got it into her head that writing in third person is more professional than writing in first person. Intelligence, 10,000. No, it doesn't matter. Do what you want. But I still love writing in third person. That's what I do now. It's what I'm most comfortable with. My favorite writing tense to read, though, is second person. With, like, the yous and stuff. You see the man walking down the road. That jazz. I love it, especially in thrillers. It makes me feel like I'm being watched, and I got the heebie-jeebies. Amazing. Number 4, are you a plotter, pantser, or plantser? I am the uncomfortable gray area in between the plantser. I'm the chick who outlines everything in bullet format. So, I plan. But then I'm like, if my characters suddenly want to go get ice cream, fine. Go. Have your little relationship development segments, like fun stuff like that will happen spontaneously. I don't plan conversations unless they're big ones. Does anyone out there really like planned conversations? Like, I know where I'm going and I love the outlining process, but if I'm like suddenly, hey, I feel like changing this because of just a random thought I had, then I'll do it. As long as it makes sense and concerns to the plot and it doesn't like ruin the pacing, any idea can be written into the plot. Just like that, if I feel like it. Are you self-published, published, or yet to be published? I'm yet to be published. How you doing? This next question will be lame. What publishing company, literary agent, and or printing company are you represented by? If you're not yet published, what is your dream publishing house and or literary agent? I know nothing about literary agents. Well, I know like how to write a query letter, cover letter, that sort of stuff. I just don't know who's the big names in the field or the publishing houses. Dude, if you just accept my book and you're with someone and you're an agent, thank you. That's all I want. Just someone to go, you got talent. Number 7, what Authortube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? Definitely vlogs and video diaries, because you're in my video diary right now. You're my co-author. How does that make you feel? Also, vlogging isn't something I've really done a lot before, and they've honestly never done that well on my channel to begin with, but it's something I want to do because it will keep me accountable. It will definitely cement in me the need, I need to write today, right now. And I will no longer be able to like make up excuses like, I want to watch YouTube videos instead. No, you guys are going to help me stay in line. But I definitely want to do those advice videos too, because honestly, overwriters out there, I know what you're feeling right now and it's hard and the editing sucks. I got some advice. I will help. Number 8, when did you start writing? The first story I ever written was in 5th grade, and this immediately segues into question 9. What was the first story you ever wrote? Okay, picture this. 5th grade, it's happening. The movie Nim's Island had just came out. Girl lives on an island, the animals are her best friends, stuff like that. Just a classic nice little movie for kids. And then you, the 5th grade Casey, you're like, hey, I'm gonna write a book like that. So you did. It took 2 days. It's basically the same thing as that movie Nim's Island, except you threw in a griffin, because griffins are cool. That's what I wrote. I wrote Nim's Island, except it was called Escape from Comet's Island, about this family who gets shipwrecked on the island, and then there's this griffin, and the griffin's like, you can never leave my island because I will kill you for trespassing. That's what I wrote. Honestly, the real reason back then I loved writing because I would draw my own illustrations. And I remember I drew like the aftermath of some griffin attack. And I drew like the girl's parents like just completely shredded. And I'm like, yes, limbs over there, blood over there. 5th grade Casey was an entirely different beast. That cutesy little kids movie thing that I turned into a book was unnecessarily bloody, but I loved it. It was the start of something incredible. However, I made a mistake that day, back in 5th grade. I let one of my friends read the book, Escape from Comet's Island. I had wrote it in a Justice, you know that store, Justice? A Justice diary. So I'm like, hey, my friend, read it, tell me what you think. The next day, she gave me the book back. The diary was completely shredded. The spine was a mangled mess. Pages were falling out of it. 5th grade me didn't cuss out loud, but I politely kinda screamed, what did you do? Apparently she and her friends have used it as a frisbee, so now I have trust issues. What authors have inspired your writing the most? Okay, journey with me. Well, you just stay there, I'll be right back. Have you guys heard of a little tale called Otis, best book of all time, my favorite? This man has inspired my writing, honestly, I love him. But going back to just like my teenage days, like 15, 14, 16, those numbers weren't in order, by the way. I had just started reading the Inheritance Cycle or the Aragon books, if you don't know them by their fancy name. But this man, Christopher Paolini, he was kind of my hero because I was homeschooled at the time, and he had been homeschooled. He graduated at 15, so this guy was like my role model. He got his book published shortly afterwards, and I'm like, that could be me. What is stopping me? I mean, I'm 23 right now, and college is stopping me, but the sentiment is still there. This book probably inspired my love of dragons too, just saying. And honestly, it's got killer world building. Tells you enough, but there's still some mystery in it. Give it a read. Although this is the second book, read the first book first. It's the one with the blue dragon on it. And with me, I really hate reading books that has a ton of description in it. I'm like, no, stop, please. I don't have the attention span. But that guy, the book's not there anymore, but I'm pointing at it. Just imagine it. He had the perfect fantasy wonder describing vibe, but not too much of it. So good job, Paolini. I approve. Also, it's September 12th when I'm filming this, and his new book comes out in 3 days. I am psyched! Question 11. Do you schedule your writing sessions, or simply get to write whenever you can find the time? I am the rare specimen known as the morning writer. 4 a.m., that's when the brain is just like fireworks. So, what I do in my college life, I wake up early, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., write till 9, then 9 to 12 I do schoolwork, then I go exercise, then if I'm not done with schoolwork, do more schoolwork, but if I'm done with schoolwork, write more. That's what I do, and it works very good for this brain of mine. I have tried switching to the writing at night thing because I've heard people say, oh, most intelligent people are more active at night, so I wanted to prove them wrong. I couldn't, so I guess I'm an idiot because I get sleepy. Okay, who said the most intelligent people get creative at night? If the world ended at 3 a.m., y'all would be stumbling out of bed like zombies, and I'll be already in my Jeep with my bazooka and my chimpanzee grenade-throwing sidekick, and I'd be on fire. Like, I'd already have my little militia. I'd already taken over the state of Rhode Island. See who's intelligent then when I'm the dictator of Rhode Island. I don't live in Rhode Island, by the way. I'm in Florida. Number 12. Do you type on a computer? Typewriter? Write everything out by hand? Or do you blend those together? And where do you write in general? Okay, everything is completely done by computers. I like the plot, like do the outline on actual paper because it just feels magical that way. Don't know. That's the scientific reasoning why. But oh my gosh, like I backtrack, delete, change things, move things up, move things away, completely pull stuff out. I gotta do everything on a computer because my mind's capricious. I change things and my wrist hurts when I write out on paper. I got a baby wrist. I'm delicate. And this is gonna be weird. I hate sitting. Like, I loathe it. I do all my writing laying perfectly flat on the floor. I don't like, you see this whole bed? This gigantic bed? I don't use that for writing because I don't like sinking into it. You know, like the mattress, you sink down into it, and that makes me feel lazy for some reason. So I lay on the floor and write, and it's completely comfy for me. And other people look at me like I'm a bearskin rug. Except I'm a human skin rug. Yeah. Last question. Number 13. What are you most looking forward to now that you are a part of Authortube? I'm excited to finish these books. And also just to like get together with people and we can talk about like our characters and which one's our favorite and what we're thinking about doing next. Like, I have one beta reader right now and she's amazing. She's probably watching this. I love you, you beautiful Norwegian man. She'll get it. She'll get it. And honestly, just like bouncing things off of each other, stating out loud what we're planning, what we're struggling with, sharing that with other people, it helps so much. And you know, we gotta like boost each other up, build each other up, because there's people out there that are like, you can't have a real job at writing. I don't actually ever plan on this being my job, really. But this is just something I really want to do. And I'm gonna do it and have a ton of fun at it while I'm at it. And eventually one day, this horrible feeling in my stomach like I'm gonna throw up just by talking about this will go away. And I'll be able to ram my book down everyone's throat till they beg me to stop talking about it. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys stick around for the writing journey. I plan on doing the Authortube Newbie tag 2.0 immediately after this, just to really like get myself prepared for NaNoWriMo coming up. I'm excited for that, but also terrified. But overwriter me will shine in that, I promise. I'm not scared of the word count. It's what's coming after winning. That scares me, all that editing I'll have to do. Tell me down below what's going on in your writing life right now. What stage are you at? You need a beta reader, because beta readers are life. We need them so much. And I would love to start beta reading for people, honestly. And y'all, thanks for, clicking on this video. I appreciate it. Fist bump. Boom. This just means now I'm going to have to come up with a new catchy outro for Authortube. I say stay ready, my friends. For Booktube. Stay righty, amigos. No. Right, amigos. No. The end of one chapter is just the beginning of another. That'll have to do for now. My brain's exhausted. Bye.